What's up, everybody? Old Dirty Collector here, and I'm back with another action figure review. Today's review, we're going to take a look at the Black Series, the all-new Star Wars Black Series, Darth Sidious action figure. Finally, we get some more representation from Revenge of the Sith. One of the best, I want to say, Star Wars movies. If you're ranking or whatever, I guess it's arguable, person to person, but I still tend to think it is the fourth best Star Wars movie. And then Rogue One would be the fifth best, I think, personally. But yeah, this is a really long-awaited action figure. I'm not sure why it took, 11 years to get, sorry, not Emperor, I can say Emperor Palpatine, but Darth Sidious in our hands, but we finally have him. And it's a very simple figure when you think about his structure and how he's built and what he comes with and everything. There are all of his accessories, everything. He's got his force lightning hands, He comes with his very specific and all new sculpt for his hilt, for his lightsaber. It comes with a red lightsaber also. And some new hands, a new head, a new hood piece, and new soft goods. Everything underneath the soft goods, though, is the Book of Boba Fett Luke Skywalker body, which is perfectly fine for me because I think it does fit a Sith Lord. Yes, it does quite fit him very well. And if you just take a look, it is Luke Skywalker's boots, essentially, which he actually had boots. I think you can actually see what boots he has on when he gets like force launched by Yoda, and you can kind of see his boots. I think they have like buckles or straps on them, but it's not really a big deal. I think this still fits the build for a guy like Darth Sidious. So I don't know. This is quite nice. This is definitely his look from when he fought Yoda, not the more, I guess you would say, Chancellor Palpatine, which we still have not got. I would like multiple, maybe at least two versions of Palpatine from maybe Episode 1 and then Episode 3 when he took on Mace. I think that would be pretty cool to be able to recreate. But still, I think this is pretty nice. I think they did a really good job with the soft goods. Sometimes their soft goods do kind of come off a little bit parachutey, but I think they did a pretty good job here. Like I said, all new head sculpt, all new hood, which is really nice that this plastic is actually plastic and not cloth, which I have ways of fixing like cloth hoods. It's very simple. All you have to do, and here's a credit collection Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett, or Mandalorian, I should say. And all I really did was took some super glue and glued down the sides and formed it the way I wanted to. There's other methods that you can do to kind of reform the hood the way you want it. Use some water. Water is usually really good with soft goods. It helps them form a little bit better. And this is his original hood. It's not a custom cloak or anything like that. So that's always something you can do. But I guess I don't really mind the plastic for the hood here. And I think it helps all of the soft goods kind of seat properly. It is quite hindered for him being able to turn his head. You can kind of move the head a little bit back and forth inside there, and a little bit up and a little bit down. It's very hindered, but I mean, you kind of have to make some sacrifices for when you have something like this going on. And I'm sure we'll get different looks for him. Maybe his animated look, that would be pretty cool. He has plenty of different looks, does Palpatine, throughout, his era. I even actually liked his design in The Rise of Skywalker. Not that I liked the movie, but, the movie was garbage, but his design I thought was really good. And I think it looked really sinister and great. So, but anyway, I digress. let's move on to accessories and such. Let's set him aside. We'll take a look at his lightsaber first and foremost. Very all new sculpt for the hilt. Looks very good, very accurate to one of his lightsabers. He did have two. So that's pretty cool. Very nice. And then he's got the red lightsaber right here. So a little bit of gold paint in there. Very nicely done, though, and very accurate to what his hilt actually looked like. Next up, we've got the Force Lightning hands, which we've seen with, what was it? The throne, Emperor Palpatine. So, and we've also seen these reused for Jorah Sabayoth. So there's that also to use. I'm surprised that we still haven't gotten a Count Dooku with lightning hands. I've seen people try to plug these into Count Dooku's hands or even Jorah's into his hands, and it is very loose. So we'll actually need a thicker peg to kind of plug into Dooku's. I mean, they'll kind of work. You can work with it, but it's not a perfect fit. So, but just to see what he looks like with his Force hands, let me get his other hand out of there. It is a tight fit for those other hands. Let me put the proper hand in there so I'm not putting his hands backwards. Now we can do unlimited power almost. We're half unlimited power right now. And that is, like I said, an extremely tight fit for the wrists. So there we go. Now we're unlimited. We are completely unlimited power right here. But I think it looks good. Like I said, it's a nice tight fit for the wrist joints. It doesn't really weigh them down or anything like that. Let me back up a little bit. Let me readjust my camera here so we're not looking all goofy and such. But like I said, he can hold it up. They're not as long as Star Killers, which he's actually on the way. I can't wait to do his review once I get him for my pile of loot. Can't wait. I'm so excited for Star Killer. But yeah, I mean, you can still get a good range of motion here. You can pull the arms back even with these electricity hands. It looks really good though. I think they did a pretty good job on this figure. It's very simple though. It's a very simple figure. It's not something that you can really mess up all that badly. So it's all soft goods here. Nice tailoring for the little V shape right here. I like that quite a bit. All of the soft goods, they don't feel like cheap and see-through and crappy. It feels pretty high quality. So that's nice. And like I said, lifting up his robe here, and you can see it's definitely the Book of Boba Fett Luke Skywalker body underneath. So, but I think it fits. I think it works. You're not going to really have him without the robe on anyway. So what difference does it make? Well, who's underneath there? And I actually think they picked a pretty good body for posability and such. So there's that. And then we can do some stabby. He does have vertical hinge joints on this side. And he's got this like pointer finger over here. Like he's like almost like he's laughing or gesturing. So I like that. That's pretty cool. And we all know Palpy likes to do the stabby. You know, make that face with his tongue sticking out. He is a funny guy, that Palpy. He is quite. I mean, he's essentially an asshole, but you know, he's a funny asshole, I guess. If you put it in the most simple terms, I guess. But this is a really nice figure. Like I said, he's pretty posable. As far as his articulation does go, his head can move side to side. Like I said, it can look up a little bit. It's a little bit past neutral right there. That's about neutral. So, I mean, it's not a lot of range of motion. The head can look down about that far. It can kind of tilt side to side. There's no jive turkeys here. There is absolutely no gobbles available, unfortunately. The arms can go up, though. So we got some nice armage going up, down. You can swivel. With the robes on, you're not going to be able to do a full 360 or anything like that. He does have butterfly joints. They are there. Very limited, though. A single jointed elbow, which is more than 90 degrees, which I think is very well done. You could even have him like posturing or thinking to himself, like, huh, what shall I do with Skywalker? But there you go. Anyway, the wrist can swivel. I'm having too much fun here. The wrist can swivel, and we do have a vertical hinge joint on both sides. So verticals on both sides, which is nice. And then we do have a ab crunch, which goes back. It goes forward. It can tilt side to side. It can swivel, which is nice. And it's really nicely done. So we do have a waist twist also. It is there. And we do, I'm going to lift this up so I don't put stress on the soft goods. We can do the splits. Palpy is going to Van Damme it. He's going to do it, man. So there's that. Legs go forward. Very posable body. Legs go back. Upper thigh swivel. We have a single bend at the knee right there. A swivel at that knee. And then I don't believe we have a boot swivel, not with this sculpt. But we got some pointy toey. We got the pointy heely. We got ankle pivot at 2 peg holes and the old partridge in a pear tree. But as far as accessories go, I think he comes with everything that you need with him. It's simple, but I think it works. And I think you guys will really appreciate this one. Especially, you know, waiting 11 years to get a Darth Sidious. Like, God, man. And there's so many different looks that you could have for him. Whether it's Senator Palpatine or, you know, Chancellor Palpatine or, you know, Darth Sidious here. Multiple different looks. Like I said, Clone Wars look, I'm hoping is on the horizon as well. But this is a fun one. And he can still pose very well. Like I said, if you want to get him in some, like, crazy dueling pose, like, I don't know. It's going to be tough with the head not wanting to do really what you want too much. But you could have him... Do it. I can feel your anger. And then that like roar he does. He's like twisting in the air. It's creepy, man. It's super creepy how evil this guy is. Just naturally just an evil... You know, he's like Joffrey. If Joffrey was like super powerful from friggin' Game of Thrones, I feel like that's like Palpatine. Like young Palpatine would be like Joffrey. He'd be just a pile of excrement. Can't wait to root against him, excuse me. But yeah, fun figure, really cool. I think you guys will like it. And I don't know how, you know, there's not really much else to say about Mr. Sidious here. It's the name says it all. Darth Sidious. How much more evil of a name can you get? You know, Darth Vader sounds imposing, little bit evil, but Sidious sounds, you know, like insidious. So I'm going to go ahead and label this guy as a 2 thumbs upper. I think it's great. I like I always call them branch hands, but I like the electricity hands. I think this sculpt is very well done. I don't mind the reuse. I love the soft goods with the plastic combo. It's just awesome. It's so well done. So, and I guess we could do a couple comparisons while we're here, but I'm going to stick with the 2 thumbs up there. I'll bring in a figure I just shot, and if my timeline is right, she should already been up for review. We'll bring in a couple of these guys I picked up. I picked up some of the remnant stormtroopers, which look like a marshmallow burnt. Mr. Vader himself. Why not? That's how they look together. They're almost crossing the streams there. Snow Trooper, because I love these guys. Another trooper that's, I don't know, I want to say very underrated. Very well done trooper. We'll bring in my boy, Mr. Jada Toys Invisible Man. God, aesthetically, I just can't get enough of this figure. I don't know why. I just don't know why. It just looks so cool. It comes with such fun accessories. And then we'll bring in Obligatory Duke. There you go. Fun times. All right. And I'll stick to the 2 thumbs up, man. I think this is a really good figure. Go check him out. Go get one. He is, I want to say, becoming more readily available. So you guys should be able to find him, whether it's GameStop, whether it is Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon. You should be able to pick them up, or Entertainment Earth, or whatever. All the usuals. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Be sure to hit subscribe if you are not subscribed and you like the content and you want to see more. Be sure to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't like the video. And leave a comment down below in that beautiful place for discourse. And I will see you guys on the flip side.